Now, one little change we've made to the trailer is to run the water line down to here and then to take it out to an outside tap. Now, I decided that was going to be a hell of a lot easier than having just a floating hose coming out the back and then connecting everything up. So this way it just all sits in place all the time. You can turn the tap on and off and it will gravity feed the water out, or in the case of the new hot water system we've got, the pump that's attached to that will draw the water from the tanks for you. And of course you can still attach a normal hose to that and get your water flow from that as well. G'day guys, we received the Julka hot tap yesterday and just put it onto the trailer this morning. Now, it's not a permanent mounting, of course. You don't want to permanently mount something like that, you want to pack it away properly, but that's where it's going to sit when we're using it. Now, they sell a bracket for it, or they will do in August, which is $85, and as you can see, all I've used on there is a towel rail that's fixed to the door, and attached to that is a rated shackle. So there's no way that's going to fall off. Pack it all away when we move, and it all sets up pretty nicely with the trailer actually. The new little tap that I put on the side is where the water is going to come from the tanks, so that just gets turned on. Now, the blue box there is an on-demand pump, and that hooks through to the cigarette lighter adapter. Now, I've done an unboxing and a general look at the water heater in a video that's coming out this Saturday, so you'll get to have a look at how to set the water heater up in that one, but this is just showing how the water heater is going to be used with the trailer. And of course that's a Patreon's only look at the setup. Got a nice little handle on there. It's for moving it and for, in this case, hanging it up. The indicator on this side gives you the temperature when it's running. It also gives you any error messages, state of the batteries. Now, there's 2 D-cell batteries that go in the bottom there. Again, you'll see how that gets done on Saturday. You've got water flow, which is the blue dial here. So turn it right for more water flow, left for less, and the little red lever is to control your temperature. Now, you can also control your temperature by reducing your water flow. If you've got your temperature, say, set to half, you can actually bring the temperature up by reducing your water flow. So there's a couple of ways of doing it if you want to save water, and we often want to save water when we're camping. We want to keep the water flow down, but probably the temperature up a bit, so all depends on what the weather's like as well, whether you want a nice hot shower. Now, you can see the connectors there, and on the right hand side is the inlet for the cold water. In the centre, the red outlet for the hot water, and on the left hand side is the gas. It just clicks on. It comes with its own regulator, and it has a POL connector, which is great because it plugs straight into our gas bottle without any adapters. There's a nice little handpiece, and you control the flow via the switch on that. The pump is an on-demand pump. All you have to do is open the switch on the handpiece, and that automatically sets the pump in motion. There's a little clip on here, and that comes off, and that's just magnetized. So you can hang it up on there. And all you have to do to make it work is to just flick the switch on the handpiece. And you'll see it automatically lit the gas heater. And that's the minimum flow rate. And that is beautiful warm water. That would be gorgeous to have a shower in cold weather. Now, the pump also has its own on-off switch on the back, and that's where your 12 volt comes in. So it's a pretty solid little pump, so hoping that that's going to last a fair old while. It weighs kilo and a half, maybe 2 kilos, so it's a pretty solid little unit. all in all, a very simple to use system, easy to set up, only 5 minutes to put it all together, and we think it's going to work pretty well with the trailer. Now there's a couple of little negative things I want to mention about the hot water system. Firstly is these connectors. They look like pretty standard connectors, don't they? But this end of them is non-standard. That is not a standard Australian tap size. So if they ever break or anything ever happens to them, you might have to go to Jalka to get replacements, and usually you find when you do that you get nailed. I don't know what they charge, but generally proprietary parts are always more expensive than popping down to Bunnings and buying one for $1.50 or whatever they cost. The other thing I wasn't impressed about is the hot side of it leaked, and it took quite a bit of fiddling for me to stop it leaking. Changing over O-rings, tightening things up, putting plumbing tape on. Had to try a few different things before I finally got it to stop. So whether it's the O-ring here that's the problem, I'm not sure. I replaced that and put plumbing tape on the threads, did it up nice and tight, but it was quite a consistent leak for a while, and it was a bit of fiddling. You shouldn't have to do that with a new product. They should come already working. So that's a little bit of a negative, but to date that's all, because we haven't really been using it out in the bush yet. So we'll let you know if there's any other issues we have with this. So that's just a quick look at how this is going to work with the trailer. To see the rest of it, tune in on Saturday and you'll see all the other bits and pieces that came with it, which includes a sink and a tap, and gives you a bit more of an in-depth look into how it all goes together and how it packs away again. Okay, well that's it for now, and I think the trailer is pretty well ready to go. Okay, so thanks for watching and thank you for supporting us via the Patreon channel, and we will be back with some other project in the not too distant future, I guess. We're always doing all sorts of different things, so and we will also be doing some background videos for some of the trips we do as well. What I'm intending to do with the channel is focus more on the places in YouTube and do more background looks at gear, reviews and that sort of stuff on the Patreon side of things, because the main channel really isn't meant for that. It's been infested with it a little bit, so I want to split that up a little bit so that the Patreon channel will become the background, the reviews, the products, the four-wheel drive gear, the camping gear. So catch you the next time we put a video up, and watch out for notifications from us. Thanks for watching. See you later. Cheers.